All right, so recently my ads actually died, and what that means is that the lead quality went from really good to completely crap. We were paying the same amount per lead, everything was the same metric wise, but the lead quality completely went out the window. We went from getting really qualified leads and a lot of them at around 50-60% to now about 10-20%. And this is actually, believe it or not, really normal when you're in the same industry as me and running the same spend, because my industry, it's info, right? We're targeting people who sell info. So, there's probably only one, two, three, maybe 10, maybe 20,000 of those people. And so you can completely run through the info market really quick. And that's what's going to happen when you run ads to it. Because when you run ads with Facebook, Facebook is going to show those ads to the people they think are most likely to be your leads, right? So my ads, as soon as I run them, go through the info industry really quickly, which means that unless they're like a top tier winner, sure, they're good, but unless they're a top winner, then they're gonna die. And that's really normal for info. And if this has happened to you, which I know it probably has because it happens to a lot of my clients, it's normal, all right? It's normal for ads to die within 1 to 2 weeks of running them if you're especially in an industry like me and if you're running the same amount of spend as me, which is 10K a month. So how do you fix it? What's the solution? It's pretty simple. You just need to make more ads, and you need to make more ads consistently. Set up an ad creation schedule. Be like, look, I'm going to make ads every week. I'm going to make one new ad every week. And what that does is two things. Number one, it allows you to constantly have new things in the barrel ready to fire, which means you're never going to be in a situation where your ads are completely dead and you don't have anything to run. So it's going to be, a few weeks of completely killed momentum. And number two, you're going to be seen absolutely everywhere. People are going to see you everywhere. You're going to see you from this ad, this ad, this ad, this ad. And the whole way that ads work, especially in this space nowadays, is that people want to see you everywhere. People need to see you everywhere. You need to be top of mind, right? No one is really going to click from the first ad that they see, or very few people. A lot of people, they need to see you a lot. Because imagine, just think about how many ads people get hit with every day. They get hit with a ridiculous amount of ads every day, okay? And so, in order to really succeed, they need to see you multiple times, over and over and over again. Not the same ad to annoy them, but you in many different formats, in many different ads being seen all the time. And so, not only will it allow you to never have a period of time where your momentum is dead, but it also allows you to be in front of everyone, and it also allows you to chase after that winner. Because if you have a new ad being made every week, when you start to make that ad that week, you look at what has been working. Okay, this hook worked best. Let me make an ad with this hook. Okay, this aspect of the ad worked best. So you're also basically going in the direction of finding a real winner, right? What is a real winner? An ad you can run for multiple months and get results upon results. It just doesn't die. It happens, and it happens a lot if you kind of force it to happen by doing a schedule. It's the same thing with okay, if you work double the hours and you're gonna make double the progress. That's fair, right? If you put out double the ads, you're going to make double the progress. If you put out an ad every week, you're basically controlling your progress. And I'm going to show you what this tangibly means, okay? So if we pull up my page right here, I made for you guys. Here we go. All right, cool. So if I pull this page up right now, which I made for you guys, it basically has an overview of everything. So we have 10 ads in the barrel right now ready to fire because our lead quality kind of died down. So what does this mean? We have, a bunch of different ad creatives here. Some aren't ready, some are ready, some are nearly ready. And what this means is that my business partner today, because we run ads off his page, can literally go through and film these ads. These ads take inspiration from winning aspects of our other ads, okay? And so what are we doing? We're getting closer and closer to the winner, okay? We identified that having this diagram performs better than not having it. So we make our ads with this diagram. Same thing with all these different ads here. They're absolutely fine. Do you see what's wrong here ad, for example? Right? Same sort of thing. We realized that there was this new concept of a hook that worked really well. This exact hook, we copied it from a different video. Why? Because it performed there, so it's going to perform here as well. So we're getting closer and closer in the direction of a winning ad, which is exactly what you need to be thinking about when it comes to advertising, all right? Basically creating ads and getting closer to the direction of a winning ad. And so what I would suggest doing is literally putting on your Google Calendar, okay, look, I'm going to make ads on every Monday. Every Monday is going to be my ad day, right? I just had a call with my client, Lyndon. He had the same problem. So I told him, okay, make one day a week your ad day, where on that day you analyze first. You look at what's working, what's not working. Then you come up with an idea accordingly. Some people call this a thesis. And then from the thesis, you kind of structure out the ad, right? What's the format going to be? Is it going to be a video ad? Is it going to be an image ad? Is it going to be a reel? Like, what's the format going to be? Okay, how am I going to structure the copy? All these different things. And then actually go ahead and create it. Okay, cool. From here, what you want to do is have a system in place to help you actually execute these things, right? So for example, you see right here, this is a really basic system that simply has the ads name, the link, the status, and the notes. You make one of these every week. It doesn't have to be a complicated system, but the principle stays the same. You just consistently make these, and you're gonna get closer to finding a winner, all right? It's not that hard, it's really simple. And when you have this volume of ads, you just have constant volume. You're constantly putting out different things. So you can see right here, this is our analytics. So basically, we've been we basically went through and analyzed every single different ad set and different creative we've ran, and we've came to some different conclusions. So what do? We went ahead and we re-implemented these for our next batch of ads. And this isn't even pretty, guys. Pretty doesn't really matter. Everyone likes to make things pretty for you in their like YouTube video, so they make you perceive that they have some crazy source. But I'm telling you, all you need to do is map this out on paper and then make some analysis. Okay, CBO ads don't really work as well as ABO do for our space. Okay, run this ad as a boosted reel, run this as a boosted reel, scale by these, kill this ad, cut boring parts and boost this ad, scale this ad, relaunch these ads. Like, it's nothing too complicated. We simply went through everything. We analyzed what was working, what was not, and then we basically took these conclusions and we remade it for all these new creatives. So now we have 10 new creatives in the barrel, ready to fire and ready to crush. This is how we are exceptionally successful with ads. The volume of creation, and then also knowing what makes a good ad, okay? Because, I'm not gonna name names or anything. If you're in the space and you know people who do similar things to me, they tell you they're good at ads, but when you look at their ads library, they have one active ad. Once again, I don't want to name names. I don't want to, put shade on anybody, but that is straight up lies. Like, people will literally lie to you and tell you, oh my God, we're crushing it with this ad, we're crushing it with this ad, we're paying this much per follow. They'll share because also the whole ad strategy we run right now is followers. This is the best ad strategy ever, because people who follow you, they get nurtured, okay? They get nurtured, they like you, they trust you, all these different things. And over time, that'll set the stage for the conversion. And there are people who, even the top people in this space with the most followers who do the same thing that I do, there are people who will literally say with a straight face, yeah, my ads are crushing and I'm getting all these qualified followers, but they'll share a screenshot and it doesn't even say from your ad, right? Qualified followers need to say from your ad for it to be from ads. People, these people have one active ad on their actual ads library, and when they post a screenshot of all the followers coming from their ads, it just says this, following you. It's not from ads, right? I'm telling you right now that if they're sharing screenshots that don't say follow you from your ad, then you need to not work with that person. And that's just genuine, because that's, it hurts me to see people straight up lying in this space. That was a small little rant. But aside from that, guys, go ahead and implement a consistent ad creation schedule, because this means that you're never going to have an issue of ads dying properly. Because when ads properly die, your momentum is killed, right? Because you have to create new ads from scratch. Instead of that, just get to the point where they're on 10% health, right? They're about to die, and then you have new ads that go out. That's the best way to do it. So look, subscribe to me for daily videos here on YouTube if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.